Welcome to Trade Seekers 101. Today we're going to be looking at Introduction to Basic Plan Reading. So here we've got a basic 3-bedroom dwelling. We'll start from the beginning. Most plans have as you can see at the bottom, a title. So this is the plumbing and drainage plan, the date, the sheet number, and also you can see here that it's a set of 13, meaning there's 13 or 12 other plans. Over here on the left, you've got the drainage notes. These are important directives from the architect that he needs to follow. We take a closer look at our plan. We can see here that there are a few abbreviations we need to familiarize ourselves with. You got DP for downpipe, GT for gully trap, IB for irrigation box, and so forth and so forth. FFL is probably one of your most important ones when determining your finished floor levels. Here we've got the elevation plan. So this looks at all 4 different sides of the actual dwelling. You can see here that all the windows are identified by the letter W, whereas the doors are all identified by the letter D. Over here we have a external moisture table. This tells us important information such as the number of stories and what type of wind zone we'll be building in. So as you can see here, we'll be building in a high wind zone. The foundation subfloor plan. 2 of the most common subfloor plans that we use here in New Zealand are the timber subfloor and the concrete slab. Here we've got all the different details from the MyTech structural fixings about the different hardware and fixings that need to go in. To all the your piles, you've got different piles here, your ordinary piles, which are, I would say, probably all of these ones here. Sorry, that's a bit too big. And then you've got all these ones over here colored in black, which are probably your anchor piles and your brace piles. Over here you've got detailed, these are your detail notes, or where you can find information regarding certain junctions and stuff. So this is probably detail F1, which is located on sheet number 8 and so forth. Important to understand that. You can see here the size of the joists that we need to be using. 190 by 45. Stress grade is 8. Treatment is H1 1.2, and to be based at 400 centers. This is one of my favorite plans, and probably one of the plans that everyone probably sees on site, or which most builders probably refer to a lot of the times, which is the pre-nailed flooring plan. So if we go in, we can see all the different rooms: bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3. You've got the water cupboard, you've got the laundry, you've got the bathroom, you've got the lounge and the kitchen and the dining area. Here we also see all the different dimensions. let's go back. So if you get a ruler and you align that line there to the outside of the building blueprint, you'll almost see that probably aligns, meaning that when you're taking this measurement here, it's going from the outside of that building to the outside of this building here. So this would be 16 meters and 60, which is what we have here. And the unit we use here in New Zealand is millimeters. You can see here we also have W3, as I mentioned in the previous plan. W indicates that it's a window. So you've got 1200 by 1600. So the number that normally comes first is the height of the window, and then the 1600 is normally the length. So it goes in alphabetical order. 760 here, where these are all the doors, and you can see which way they're supposed to open. So when in the closed position, it's here, and when it opens up against the wall. So you've got this 760. 760 is you got a couple of 760s here. That indicates the size of the door leaf. Here we've got a double wardrobe. So they've got two 710s over there. You got two 510s over here, and so forth and so forth. You can see down here where my cursor is, you can see that you've got a 90mm there, and you got 6.720 there, and then 90mm there. So what they've done is they've separated. The 90mm actually stands for the partition wall, or the which is 90mm thick, and then in between that is 6720, and then another 90mm. But below that, if you see here, you line up this point. If you line up these 2 points outside the inside of the wall, and then you've got this on here, which is the outside, that comes to a measurement of 6810. So if you wanted to find out what the outside of that wall to the outside of that wall would be, you would add 6810 to this 90mm here, and you should get 6900. Yeah, let's move on to sheet number 5. Here we've got the different bracing plans. I don't want to go into depth with this on here. This on here basically tells us where all the bracing units are. GSs normally stand for jib standard, so that tells us that we need to use jib standard plasterboard along that wall, or within that particular, that particular area. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. The key to really increasing your plan reading skills is just keep reading the notes, and like I said, going through it several weeks ahead before you actually start the job. Like the previous plan, we've got a building. This is the ceiling plan or electrical layout. This tells us, how the sheets and stuff should be laid, and where the And we've got the electrical layout over here, so you can see in this room here you've got 1, 2 lights, and the switch for the lights should be placed on over there. The roof plan and roof details, pretty straightforward. Down here we've got the ridge flashing detail. Here we've got the roofing plan. So this is the, let's just zoom in. If we zoom into the details and stuff, we can see that the ridge flashing here, this is how the battens, which is normally 70 by 45, need to have a minimum cover of 130 mils. 0.4 BMT stands for the thickness of the long run roofing, which stands for base metal thickness. Where else are we? Yeah, roof plan basically shows us where the ridge line is and which way the roof falls. These X's over here, those are your strap brace, and they come with tensioners. So you've got, looks like 4 in total over there. Here is the cross section. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but yeah, this is like what's the best way of explaining it? If we come back to this one over here, the cross section basically looks at, if you were to half that, so it's not a straight line, if you were to half that building right there, you would be looking at either this way or this way of what the inside looks like. So let's just go back so you can see what I mean, right? This is a different way of looking. It's almost like another elevation, but here you can see things that you can't see on the exterior elevations. Yeah. There are your joinery details. Joinery refers to our window and our door units that go along the exterior wall. Yeah, this is your door sill details. This is the first I've heard of a door sill detail. Not many plans that I've come across actually have such have a page allocated to the door sill detail. Yeah, interesting though. Here we've got the cladding details. This tells us what the exterior and the interior joints should be doing. So let's see over here where the two weatherboards meet. It's sealed up by a what we call a corner soaker. Where over here you can see it looks like a I think it's your zinc flashing, so your weatherboards actually butt into it, so that's the finishing right there. Shower installation and wet area details. This particular plan here can be used both by the carpenter and the plumber. Majority of the time the plumber will be installing the sill tray and the acrylic lining. the hot water cylinder detail. Again, I feel like this is one of those plans that's starting to be phased out as people are starting to turn to the Infinity, which is a water controlling thingy that controls the temperature and stuff, but it is normally located on the outside of the building now. Water cylinders just take up too much space in the house, so they're slowly becoming obsolete. And we've reached the last page of our plan. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in for our next episode. Yeah.